You know, I sometimes wonder what it would be like if the Croydon Canal still existed. Probably not much.
Hiya everyone, welcome to day 34 of Runderground. If you don't know who I am, my name is Matt and I'm running every line and station that features on the London tube map. We're back over on the London Overground today, starting over at Surrey Quays, finishing over at West Croydon, going via New Cross and Crystal Palace. There are many things to take in on today's run, such as some disused canals, some old tunnels, as well as other things that you might not have heard about. So stick around to find out more.
Having left Surrey Quays station again, heading over to New Cross, where there is quite a remarkable thing to note in the area. Now, what is remarkable about this area in particular? Well, it's because there's actually a disused tunnel that's directly underneath us, an experimental disused tunnel, and it was for the Jubilee line extension. When they were doing the developments for the Jubilee line, there was planned to be a station at New Cross and terminating over near to Lewisham. Now we've got the Bakerloo line extension that should be coming to New Cross Gate and Lewisham. So New Cross, so now we're going to put straight across to New Cross Gate, all the crosses. We're heading over to New Cross Gate, and then we're going to be following for most of the way until we get to about Norwood Junction. We're going to be running mostly adjacent to the Brighton main line. So we got to New Cross Gate. New Cross Gate was on the underground, then it changed to the overground. So whether the Bakerloo line extension takes place and there's a Bakerloo line station here, it'd be interesting if it goes back into the underground. So we're going to be heading to BROCKLEY next. All right, let's get it going. That was a bit of a hellish hill to run up, but you do get a lovely view of Canary Wharf and the business district there. Just north of here is the former Brockley Lane station, which closed in 1917. Now there are potential plans to reopen this station. I believe it's part of Lewisham's development plan, so yeah, it'll be interesting if that goes ahead. So we're passing Crofton Park Station, a station that's not on the overground. It is, however, on Thameslink, which will be covered in the future. Just made it to Honor Oak Park. All right, let's head to our next station, Forest Hill. Forest Hill. Forest Hill. So just made it to Forest Hill. Now there is something that is actually really remarkable that's in this area that's maybe not so much affiliated with railways, but it is something worth noting. So we're going to have a look at that right now. We've come to the top of David's Road. Now, if you notice something quite peculiar with the pavement that's here, how it kind of goes down an incline, you've got these red bricks. The houses that were built along here were supposedly built upon what was the old Croydon Canal, and we're going to be seeing more of the Croydon Canal the further along that we get with this line. SYDENHAM station was built on the former bed of the Croydon Canal. Penge West Station. Now, the original station entrance used to be on the main road. This station, when it first opened, it actually closed 2 years later, and it's because when the station was first built, the population of Penge was only of 200 people. Then a few short years later, there was exponential growth of population in the area, and so the railway company at the time reinstated this station. We're here at the beautiful Crystal Palace station. Now, this station was going to be the terminus of a future high-speed tube line. I believe it was is it Kearney high-speed tube line? Something like that. The line would have ran from here over to, I think, Oval, where it would have split. A branch going to Strand and another branch heading all the way up to Cricklewood. I think that'd be quite interesting to run a tube line that hasn't existed. Alright, ow. So we're here at ANERLEY station. I almost called it... Anyway, moving on. Oh my god, there's a rat.
Is it real?
Now, there is something that is of interest in the vicinity of ANERLEY station, and we're going to take a look at it. Like now. And here we are at the remnants of Croydon Canal, which back in the day used to also be a little boating lake here. You know, I sometimes wonder what it would be like if the Croydon Canal still existed. Probably not much. So we made it to Norwood Junction. Now, this station, when it first opened, guess what it used to be called? I'm going to give you half a second. Okay, so this station, when it first opened, was called Jolly Sailor.
There once was a ship that put to sea.
It was named after the pub that's in the vicinity of Norwood Junction. However, that pub has unfortunately closed. There are some massive station developments that are coming to Norwood Junction. I know Network Rail have a video talking about Norwood Junction, which I will also leave in the description below if you want to see what's coming to Norwood Junction. So now we've got one station left. We've got West Croydon. Beautiful, so here we are at West Croydon. Whew, God, that was a good run. Just need to cool down a bit because I'm a bit tired.
So that's the last of the East London line wrapped up. We have just one section left until we'll have ran the entire London Overground network. It's absolutely crazy. If you want to see more data of this run today, check out my Strava. That, along with the rest of my social media, will be in the description below. And if you did enjoy this video today, make sure that you do give it a like and comment down below what some of your favourite moments were. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week for the last day of running the London Overground. See ya.